Do you wish you could finally start hitting those 5 and 10K months in your coaching business consistently? Well, stay tuned because in today's video, I'm going to share the fast track to finally cracking that 10K milestone using coaching packages and the powerful mindset shift that you need to make to be able to start selling those coaching packages with ease, even if right now you're kind of struggling to sell single sessions. Sound good? Well, keep on watching. If you're new to my channel, welcome aboard! My name is Melinda Kitto, and if you are looking for marketing and messaging tips to help you stand out online and sell your offers with ease, make sure that you subscribe and hit that bell to be notified when I upload a new video every single week. So if you're looking for the fast track, let's just dive right on in. So a lot of the coaches and consultants that I work with tend to come into this online space with a real dollar per hour mentality. They're just used to thinking about their service and the cost of their service in relation to time, in relation to what they can deliver in that 1 hour block. If you're currently selling your coaching by the hour, let's just say for argument's sake that you charge $100. If you want to hit a $10,000 sales target, that means you need to sell 100 hours of coaching each and every month in order to hit that goal consistently. That is a lot of hustling for single sessions. Whereas if you were to create a coaching package instead, let's say around the $2,000 mark, all of a sudden now you only need to make 5 sales a month in order to reach your goal. Which sounds easier, selling 100 hours or selling 5 packages? Especially when you consider that when you're first starting out, you don't usually have a huge audience of people that you can sell to. But I totally get it. If you're struggling to get people to even sign up for your single sessions, how are you meant to sell them a package? Well, it's actually easier than you might think, but I'm going to get to that a little bit later. So when I jumped on board this idea, I was like, yep, I'm going to sell packages. And so I put up on my website that I had 3 different coaching packages you could choose from: a 4-week, an 8-week, and a 12-week. And the only difference between those packages was obviously they were longer, but also the clients received a slight discount on the hourly rate when they went for the big package. Otherwise, they were pretty much the same. Now, I want you to imagine for a second that you walk into this beautiful cafe, and in the cabinet there, you see the most gorgeous chocolate cake you have ever seen in your life. And there's a little sign next to it that says, you can have 1 slice, you can have half a cake, or you can have the full cake. Dine in only. What are you going to say? Probably you're going to say, I might just start with 1 piece and see how I go. That's exactly what happens with your coaching packages. If you are offering a bronze, silver, and gold level package, and the only difference is the size of it, the majority of people are going to go right for the smallest one just to get a bit of a taste and then decide whether they want any more. Does that sound familiar? Comment below and let me know whether you currently use that kind of bronze, silver, or gold approach to your coaching packages. Now, I was working with a coach on my own business at one point, and she was asking me what kind of packages I had to offer. So I told her about my 4, 8, and 12-week packages. And she said, well, how many of the 12 weeks are you selling? And I was like, none. Because that was the whole cake, right? And everybody just wanted to start off with a slice. But she said to me, what if we could look at this entirely differently? She said, here's a really important question for you. What is the ultimate transformation that you want to help your clients with? And can I be really honest? I'd actually never thought about that question before. And the ultimate transformation that I wanted to give my clients was to help them to build a business that would bring in 5 and 10K months consistently. And then she asked me, okay, so how long's that actually going to take? And when I really thought about that, I thought, probably at least 6 months. And she said to me, well, if that's the transformation you want to give them, and you know it's going to take 6 months, what on earth are you doing offering them a 4-week coaching package? What on earth are you doing offering them something that will never be able to deliver the outcome that you really want to give them? And talk about like mind-blowing perspective shift. I had never thought of it that way before. In my mind, I was trying to help my clients out by giving them a really accessible price point to work with me, but actually I was doing them a disservice by allowing them to think that I could possibly give them that kind of outcome in that amount of time. It was just never going to happen, right? So here's what I want you to consider for your business. I want you to imagine a really giant canyon and there are tall cliffs either side. And your ideal client is currently standing on one side of that cliff. And we're going to call that side of the cliff their current hell. The current problem, the current challenge, the crappy circumstances that they find themselves in, that's what that side of the cliff looks like. And they are staring out over the canyon at the other side of the cliff. And that side of the cliff represents their heaven. If they could wave a magic wand and instantly teleport over to the other side of the cliff, that heaven side represents what they wish their life could look like instead. Everything that they will see, experience, and enjoy once this problem is resolved. So they're standing on one side of the cliff and they're staring out, wishing they could get across to the other side. And your offer becomes the bridge between the two. If this is where they are, and this is where they want to be, what is that ultimate transformation that your package needs to deliver? So forget dollars per hour, forget 4, 8, 12 weeks, whatever it is, forget those arbitrary numbers and stop for a second and think about what will it actually take for that person to move from here to here. You're the expert here, you know what it takes. So don't give this person that false sense of security that it can be done any faster. Let's imagine for a second that you walk into a doctor's office with a really nasty infection. We don't need to get into where the infection is, that's your business, okay? But this doctor knows that in order to kick that infection out of your body, you really need a 2-week course of antibiotics. So that doctor's not going to turn around and say, well, maybe just start with a couple of pills and see how you feel. Because they know that in order to get the full benefit of that antibiotic, you need to take the full dose. And your clients need the same from you. Now, at this point, you might be thinking, well, sure, Mel, that sounds great, but how am I meant to sell this giant package when I'm still struggling to sell single sessions? Well, like I said earlier, it's actually way easier than you might think. And here's why. When you know that you are presenting an offer that will actually give them the transformation that they're coming to you for, when you know you're actually going to deliver the full course of antibiotics, you suddenly start to feel way more confident in what you're offering. Because you know it will give them what they truly need. I didn't have much confidence when I was selling my 4-week package because even I didn't really know what I could do for people in that amount of time. When I switched my focus to really being with my clients for the long haul and helping them with their business over several months, I knew that we would be able to create some really powerful shifts together. So my confidence level in my own offering went through the roof. Secondly, when you take this approach, you are going to get much clearer on the actual outcomes that you are aiming to deliver. And when you're clearer on those outcomes, all of a sudden you are able to communicate the value of your program in really juicy, benefit-laden language that gets both you and your potential client really pumped to start this work together. And that messaging side of things is what I really love to help my clients with in my coaching program, Oh My God, I Need That. And when you couple that newfound confidence that you'll have with really juicy and compelling messaging that will clearly articulate the value of working with you, it is going to make so much more sense for your potential client to say yes. They're going to get why they need to work with you. They're going to feel supported. They're going to feel like you have their back. They're going to feel like you are going to get to know them and their goals. They're going to feel like you'll be there to support them through their challenges and to help them celebrate their wins along the way. Occasionally I'll have people who are really interested in working with me one-on-one, but they'll reach out and ask, like, could I just start with one session and see how I go? Now, sure, we could get a lot done in that hour, but I need to be really honest with that person and let them know realistically what I think we can achieve in that amount of time. And usually for most people that come and see me, they actually need a lot more than that. So I would rather prescribe the full course of antibiotics and make sure that I'm delivering the kind of outcomes that I know my people need. And even though those people came to me just wanting a little bit of a taste, they're very quickly able to get that perspective shift and realize that if they want to get the results that they're after, they need to have a bit more skin in the game. And that's the final piece of this puzzle. When someone commits to a package, they're making the decision to back themselves and their desires through this investment with you. Often, the energetic shift that requires alone is enough to catapult people into action. And the ones who invest in coaching packages are far more likely to take the action that is required to get the results they want. But how do you actually price your coaching packages? What should you charge to be able to make this a hell yes decision for your potential clients and allow you to hit your financial goals without you feeling like some kind of fraud who's just charging premium rates for the fun of it? Well, stay tuned because that is exactly what I'm going to be talking about in my next video. So if you hit that little bell, you'll be notified as soon as that video comes out. So I want to know from you, has this video changed the way that you think about coaching packages? Can you see how those packages will not only allow you to deliver far better results for your clients, but also allow you to hit your goal of those 5 and 10K months so much faster? Make sure you comment below and let me know. If you've enjoyed this video, don't be greedy. Make sure that you share it around with your friends who need to hear this message as well. And it would mean the world to me if you hit that like button, because that lets me know that you enjoyed it and that you want to see more videos just like this one. Every single week I share videos just like this one, all about how to talk about what you do in juicy and compelling language that gets the right people to sit up and pay attention. So if you want to know more from me, make sure that you check out these videos right here, and you can also click right here to subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Just gotta make sure I haven't got any boogers. Done. Wrap. That sounded a lot cooler when I did it in my head.